Hi everybody, what's up Wednesday? It's Carly, and today I think I was able to put in a caption to let you guys know what this is this week. So we're talking about breastfeeding breakthroughs, and this week I'm going to talk about nipple pain and engorgement, those really fun things that happen when you first start breastfeeding. Let me see if I can post this comment really quickly. Sorry, again, technology. Not always the most awesome thing for me, so I'm going to try to post what I'm going to talk about for you guys if I can find this video, so just one second. But we're going to talk about nipple pain and engorgement and the things that I use to help with that. So, oh, there it is. Here we go. I'm going to just paste this in here for you guys. Alright, so anyway, these are things I'm going to talk about today. I just wanted to, say again hi to everybody that hasn't seen this before. I have trouble responding to everybody's comments, so I felt like if I did some of these lives every week, it might help a few more people because you can always go back and search the group. So anyway, that's the purpose of this, is to just talk through some of the biggest challenges, and obviously feel free to add comments. That would be super helpful for me. If anybody actually ends up watching these, send me some hearts, just let me know, because if not, I could definitely do something else with my time if nobody really wants to see these. But I do think it's helpful to actually see tips from people who have kind of gone through it. So I have my supplies over here that I'm going to talk about. But I think the first thing I want to talk about quickly is nipple pain, because oh, ouch, when you first start breastfeeding, sometimes it is rough. So that's one thing that I am so glad to be through, especially the first time. I thought it would never end. It was that toe curling pain every time the baby latched. And the first thing that you can do is to just get a great latch. So obviously fixing your latch is the first way to fix your nipple pain when you first start breastfeeding. But I'm guessing if you're really having that trouble, you either had a bad latch or you are now suffering through the aftermath of a bad latch. And so what you can do to help ease that is, I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's Earth Mama Angel. It's organic nipple butter. This was a lifesaver. It literally, here, I'll open it up and show you. It's just like this yellow butter that you can stick on every time you feed. In between feeds, you can put it on right before you feed. Your baby can eat right after it. You don't have to wipe it off, and it is a true lifesaver. Same thing, they gave me this in the hospital. This is just pure lanolin. This is just the Medela brand, but any kind of lanolin also works. I preferred the Earth Mama Angel. It was organic nipple butter. I don't know, maybe because it said organic, it just made me feel better. But either one of those things will work when you have like really, really sore nipples at first. You can also use a nipple shield. So you can either use that while you're nursing. If you can nurse without it, great. If you need it while you're nursing just to relieve some of the pain, that's fine as well. But the other thing that most people don't know is that you could use the nipple shield after you're done nursing, in between your nursing bra, and your boobs, so that way that kind of lets your nipples heal a little bit, so they're not rubbing up against a bra after they're, really sore. And I have my little handy cheat sheet of all the things that I need here too. Expressed breast milk on your nipples along with the nipple cream really helps, and then airing them out and letting them dry if you can go topless for a little while. That all really helps with nipple pain when you're first starting out and getting that good latch. Again, get the latch right, and then the nipple pain will go away. So seeing a lactation consultant, finding somebody that can help look at your latch, do anything you can to get that latch right. And a lot of times you probably have an undiagnosed lip or tongue tie. So a lot of pediatricians miss this. It's really important that you go and get your baby checked for ties if you think that you have a problem. So again, just because the latch is bad, even if it looks good, if it's bad and it hurts, it's not good. So even if it looks mechanically right, make sure that the latch is fixed, because that's really how you're going to fix the nipple pain. So again, tongue ties, lip ties are going to be a major culprit. And a lot of pediatricians miss this, so try pediatric dentist. Definitely go to someone who has specialized in this, and that will definitely help your nipple pain moving forward. So again, fix the root cause is going to fix the problem, but while you're in it, you can try some of the other tips and tricks we just talked about. Also, if things are really bad, you can call your doctor. If you have cracked and bleeding nipples, there are prescriptions you can put on them, and I've heard some moms like swear by that cream, the prescription cream. If you're really in that bad of a spot, just seek help, because you don't have to be miserable. This can be fixed. That's one of the biggest things I think that derails new moms when they're working on getting the right latch and getting started with breastfeeding. The next thing is engorgement, and engorgement is no fun. You'll know what engorgement is because your boobs feel like rocks. Your milk has just come in. You literally look down and it looks like you have two, giant bowling balls stuck to your chest, and they are uncomfortable. What you want to do when your milk comes in, or when you're engorged in general, you want to do a few things, because number one, you want to watch out for plug ducts and mastitis, so you don't want to let engorgement go on too long. But the flip side of that is you don't want to pump or do anything to stimulate extra milk production before your milk supply is regulated, because down the road that will cause oversupply and could cause, again, plug ducts and mastitis. So in order to relieve this engorgement, you're going to want to do a few things at first. First easiest thing is just hand express. So hand expression, you can Google the proper techniques, but you can move forward and then backwards down towards the nipple. Hand expression will relieve a lot of that engorgement. A great place to do this is in the shower, so letting the warm water run over your breasts and then do the hand expression in the shower. And that will give you some relief, but it's not going to be the same as using that double electric pump to tell your body that you need to make more milk. So hand expression is really great for engorgement relief. The next thing is, my favorite, I did a whole live on this, but the Hakka. So this thing is literally my favorite thing for new moms. I wish I had it and known about it with my first, but you stick it on the side you're not nursing on. So you have, baby here, Hakka here, and cool trick. Took me a month to figure this out. You just flip it down and you can put it on, and then you don't have to worry about this weird suction-y thing. It catches the milk from the other side, and it also helps relieve engorgement. Like if your baby only nurses on one side, you want this on the other sides to help catch, and then also so that way you're not going 4 to 6 hours between feedings without your baby feeding on that side. So this definitely helps, and the great thing is you can actually nurse after you use it. So baby on this side, Hakka on this side, and then you can still switch. So you've probably caught an extra ounce or maybe even 2, sometimes even more. In the Hakka, you can use that for storage, and then you've also relieved that engorgement. So you can also use it when you're not nursing, but a lot of people do say you need the stimulation of the baby on the other side to get that let down and to help with engorgement. So you can just try, it kind of pumps, not really, it's not really a pump, but it kind of pumps. You can try that. So if you're really engorged, it probably will actually stimulate some of that milk to come out, but it's really helpful when you have a baby on the other side. So that is one of my favorite things, and I stuck the link below just because I don't have the suction cup on the bottom. There's a ton of different versions. I definitely don't recommend one without a lid, because hello spilled milk, and then we're all crying, because anybody who said don't cry over spilled milk has never been breastfeeding before. So get one with a lid, or they have one with a stopper, and then I don't have a suction cup. You can stick it in a coffee cup so that it doesn't fall. But anyway, this is super helpful for relieving engorgement, especially if you're only nursing on one side. Another thing, these little puppies are also in the links below. These are called, it's 3-in-1 Thera Pearl. They're Lancino. I think they're $10. The Hakka ranges from 12 to 30. These things are great because they're hot and cold. So stick these puppies and that Hakka, and obviously the nipple cream, on your registry if you're pregnant. These go in the freezer or in the microwave to heat them up. And so for engorgement, you're going to want to use them cold. So you just stick them in the freezer. They, this obviously is like a little nipple thing. It's kind of fun. the cold, you can just stick right on top. When your breasts are engorged, they will be hot. So this cold really helps relieve some of that. And then the other cool part about these is that, I mean, obviously you only have to use one at a time if you only want one, but you can be frozen, or they can be heated up. So if you have a plugged duct later on, stick the warm on, and then it helps, you know, with massaging for the plugged duct. So multiple uses for these. I didn't use these that often, but when you do need them, like, they feel great. So again, obviously you could probably just use like cold peas or something too if you were going to use them cold, but these things are great. These are Lancino, called Thera Pearl. So that also, another thing, I mentioned this for engorgement, just jump in the warm shower. So letting the hot water run on your breasts, using some hand expression in the shower. That will also not encourage you. Anytime you remove milk, you're encouraging your body to make more. But if you're not removing milk with, you know, in mass quantity, like you would with a double electric pump, it's going to be a lot easier. So that's something that you should probably, you know, just check in on, is how much are you actually taking out while you're engorged. The other thing, and I've never done this, I've heard some people swear by it, but just be careful, cabbage leaves. A lot of people, especially when they're trying to dry up, so not at the beginning when you're trying to, well, I guess if you're trying to dry out at the very beginning, but when you're trying to wean, you would just use cabbage leaves on your breasts. A lot of people have said that works really well and swear by it. I would be careful with that, especially at the beginning, because you're not trying to dry up, you're just trying to regulate the production. So really careful with that scenario. Also, any of the like milk removal techniques, if it's not just hand expression, if you are going to double pump, you know, my lactation consultant said double pump for 5 minutes, just a couple minutes, just get a little bit off the top, but just be really careful that you don't cause oversupply. So anytime you remove that milk, it tells your body to make more. So that's one thing that you should be aware of. And then also, you know, just watch out for plug ducts and mastitis. So when your milk first comes in, you know, if your boobs are really hard, you might not know the plug ducts are like round. You can feel them. They're hard. Even mastitis, it'll be hot. You know, sometimes gets hot to the touch. So just watch out for all that as you are, you know, working through the engorgement phase. Really should only last for a few days. And then obviously, if you've gone a long time between sessions, then it will, you know, continues to come back until your milk supply really regulates between 6 and 12 weeks. So I hope those tips for engorgement really help. Again, from the very beginning on our nipple pain, these are definitely, I'm just going to say, registry must-haves. Somebody who loves you will buy you these breastfeeding helpers. Nipple butter, if not, or this is from the hospital, but lanolin, super helpful. Hakka, must-have. And then these, the Thera Pearls, are helpful. I wouldn't call them a must-have, but if you put them on your registry and someone buys them for you, they're great to, you know, have at your house just in case. So anyway, I hope this really helps. And again, it's just, I can't comment on everybody's posts, but I hope that you guys see this. If anybody wants a different topic, wants to talk about something else, drop comments. I will definitely respond. I want to know that this is helpful for you. If it's not helpful, I don't know. I wish there was a dislike button so someone could tell me, you know, stop talking to us. But anyway, hope you guys have a great week. Hope next week, I think What's Up Wednesday, we're going to talk about breast pumps. I specifically have a Medela pump and style and a Spectra S1 double electric pump, so I can talk about the differences there, what I like about one or the other. And then in 2 weeks, so 2 weeks from today, we are going to have a mini launch. I'm very excited. I actually wrote a breastfeeding breakthrough ebook, so just really about how to get a fast start breastfeeding, but mainly the troubleshooting. So the tips and tricks kind of that I'm talking about here, but how to just break through some of those challenges, because ouch at first, breastfeeding, it's natural, but it doesn't come naturally. It is hard, and we should all just embrace that and know that it is worth it if you can push through. But I just really want to make sure everybody has all those resources. So in 2 weeks from today, I will be telling you more about it, but mini launch will be a party, there'll be prizes. Who knows, maybe one of my very favorite tools will be one of the prizes, because I want everybody to have access to all this stuff. So I hope that you guys have a great week, and if you have any questions about nipple pain, engorgement, or any other topics you want to hear about, drop them in the comments below. And that's it for this What's Up Wednesday.